3D printing design, machine design, and he is also mechanical stuff. He had the opportunity to work on robots for planetary exploration, farming, mining, lakes, manufacturing, and UAV or UGV. So he has building robots professionally since he has the site together to focus on professional robotics. He had found there to be a lack of professional robotics information in online, so he had created a robotics club and a site to fill the void. So obvious things are always changing and advancing. So the site also getting updated, and he loves hearing from people from the comment on the blog spots also. So it's my pleasure to welcome you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Thank you.
So now session is yours.
Okay, madam. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Good morning to all. First of all, giving the opportunities for management and the principal sir, and then HOD ma'am, and first thank you all. Today about discussed about the robotics application and then the whole startup. It is startup. Basic upon the robotics is upcoming trending in the world. Like next 40 years, it's a roll up in day to life. Is few today discussed the pure application and how to they implement in the real companies and how to start the startup. This is a briefly discussed my presentation. I think screen can visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, this is my background as I now working the Bharath University assistant professor. I am doing the two startup in village technology school and one more startup in Tamil Robotics Club in especially for the school student and the college student develop the in basic level to advanced level. You have to dream before your dreams can come true. It is a APJ quotes. This is a father of robotics, Asimo. This is our Asimo is one of the biochemistry scientists. Is write about the science novelist. It's based upon create the human law. Okay, he is the father of Asimo of a robot. First of all, what is a robot? So simplify the robot. As a robot means uh, think, uh, plan, act. First of all, sense the environment to sense, think, act. Okay, it is called about the robot. It is short form. I mentioned the visually represent the robot. Okay, sense, think, act. Okay, okay. Now is COVID-19 is a pandemic. Okay, so what about the robots? Since as a pandemic gripped the world, we should also remember what about the another threat to the human history of the life. The time the rise of the robots. Okay, what is a robot? Is a robot's machines usually one programmed by a computer that can carry out a complex series of actions automatically. They do variety of tasks, including the heavy lifting as well as maintenance, repair, maintenance,
மேம், Nika மேம்.
எஸ் சார். சார்
சார் கட் ஆயிடுச்சுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன் மேம்.
ஜாயின் பண்றாங்களான்னு பாப்போம் சார், இல்லைன்னா நான் கால் பண்ணி சொல்றேன் சார்.
ஓகே ஓகே மேம், தேங்க்யூ.
ஓகேங்க சார். சதீஷ் சார்.
எஸ் மேம்.
நான் வேணா கால் பண்ணி பார்த்துட்டு திரும்ப வரேன் சார்.
ஓகே.
ஓகேங்க சார். ஓகே.
ஹலோ. 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Power cut ஆயிடுச்சு. 2 minutes.
ஓகே சார்.
Okay, again I continue. 2 minutes.
சதீஷ் சார்.
எஸ் மேம்.
சாருக்கு பவர் ஷட் டவுன் ஜாயின் பண்றேன்னு சொன்னாங்க சார் ஒரு 2 minutes.
பண்ணிட்டு
ஓகே.
Sorry for some power cut again. It's not the
It's
presentation.
okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, again we continue. They do a variety of arrays of tasks, including the heavy lifting as well as the hard, repetitive the work. Can audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine, fine. Today's robot have a higher degree of autonomy based on several technological advancements made in the recent years. The industrial robots market is traditional robotics industries has been the lead by the Japanese and European European robot manufacturers. Today, they have a way of to non-traditional robots such as functional assistance robots, customer service robots, autonomous vehicles, and unmanned aerial vehicles like a drone. Okay, what is the specific the task of the robotics like science? Robotics is a science of designing and applications of robots. It is involved a branch of computers, mechanical, electrical, electronics, engineering studies. Also, this is called as a science. This father of modern robotics, father, which is George Devol. This is a scientist who over the course of the lifetimes Devol hold the 40 patents. So never ceasing is continue the request to revolution the way to we, interact with the world. Unimeta is a material handling robots performing the basic welding operations and carrying the tasks. He was introduced in 1961, the first robot. This is called the Unimeta. This was the very first in this robots in 1961. This Unimeta designs 22 to be used on production lines and everywhere. And it includes the automations of thousands of trades, dangerous and general the modernization of the jobs. Okay, major reason for using the robots, rising the labor cost, the gaining the workforce, the efficiency, convenience, the productivity boost the industrial robots with the demands. The labor cost is significantly high in the total industrial operating the costs, generally making the 60% to 60% of 65 of the total cost. For example, the operating the warehouse, manual jobs, topical the consisting of two categories of staffs, and direct and indirect is coupled the aligned with the department's managers cost of significantly. The robotisation have become a notable means to tackle the rising wage of workforce age. The industries increasingly rely on robotics for convenient and efficient way of reductions of operation costs. Nine benefits of robotics process automations. So lower manpower costs, getting work done instantly, eliminate the human errors, improve the productivities, improve the employee satisfactions, scale up to the down these ways to better with the less. It is the benefits of robotics automation process. Okay, types of next to the types of the robots classifications. First of all, unmanned ground vehicle, unmanned aerial vehicle, unmanned ground surface vehicle. So that's called as the three types. These are the major applications of robots. Okay, first of all, healthcare, transportations, logistics, sectional examinations, external explorations, search and rescue operations, defense, public safety, environmental monitoring, forestries, and agricultures and home service. These are all already implemented this field. Robots are has real as humans. That time the COVID has speed up the uses of a robot to replace the human workers in the various fields. Lockdowns has made the humans more compatible with the idea of connecting the remotely. For better or worse, the robots are going to replace the many humans in their jobs. The coronavirus outbreak is speed up the process. People are usually say they want to have human elements to the interactions, but COVID has to change it that the robot will be interventions of to increase the of economic in the real time situations. There is a global market for robotics. The global market for robots is expected to grow of cargo of 26%. It is expected to reach the last year to 5 years, like 2025. It's 100 million units to expand the market. It's a industrial robots. Industrial robots since 1970s they implemented all the worldwide. They found the factories around the world. The biggest users of the industrial robots, the automotives, electronics, metal, plastics, chemicals, and the food and beverage, the verticals within the manufacturing, the industries. Expected revenue from the industrial robots is sales in the 2020 to reach nearly the 16, 18 millions, 5,515 units due to the COVID as a slowdown. Its predictions many go wrong. It is the expert forecast the high growth in the 2020 for industrial robots. The industry, in spite of the crowd walks, the traffic, and associated is a slowdown the automotives and the technology sectors also. It is in China that industrial robots are highly used in the automotive industries. Where to you robots and assembly lines to build the cars and electrical electronics industries, which is robots to put in a chip on the circuit boards also. Around 2.5 million to 3 million industrial robots already implemented worldwide. By 2021, it is likely to be a 4 million robots this end. Once they install the industrial robots for last for minimum 10 years of 800 hours to of work on average. For automotives or electronics, so robots are already the fill up. For accounting for robot, 60% of all global demand for the industrial robot sectors. With respect to the geograph of China is the longest market of industrial robots. Industrial robot were installed in China in 2018, accounting for the 36% of global industrial robots demand. This is nearly three times as so many as sold in Japan. This is the second longest market for nearly four times as many in the United States and South Korea. The third and the fourth longest market. So professional service robot. A professional service robot is robots picking and items from warehouse is going to be a common sight of us. Almost 1 million robot expected to be sold in the enterprises in 2020. Over half of them will be a professional service robot generating the more than the 60 million in the revenue. That's 30% more than the 2019. This market for professional service robots is growing much faster than that for industrial robots. If is a recent trend is the any sign the professional service robot may be passing the industrial robots in terms of units 2022 to 2021. This called the professional service robot the market is poised to surpass the industrial robot market size. Is fueled by the new development in 5G telecom service and artificial intelligence and the machine learning and the many extra tasks. Okay, they are mainly used outside of manufacturing. They are used in the usually assistant humans. The most are designed with the wheels to make them the mobiles. Urban have been the most popular in the retails, hospitality, healthcare, logistics, warehouse, also use space and defense, agriculture, demonstrations. These sectors dominated by the logistics, roughly the third, 36 thousands of professional service robots were sold to the enterprise in the 2 years before 2019, with the largest companies. Second and the third place go to the inspections and defense also. The medical robot made up the less than the 2% of the professional service robots in the 2019. The high price, about half of a million US dollar, reached the 2019. The collected prices tag at the 3 millions holders of 30% of the professional service robot industry's total revenue for that industries. And the industry versus service robots. Industry robots and professional service robot do different things. The cost difference amount have very different growth strategies. Customers robot and entertainment robots low in revenue but high in numbers. There are two largest and growing the customers robot markets. Customer service robots designed for the tasks such as vacuuming, moving the lawn, and washing windows. That's a solid at the 17.6 million unit in the 2019. It is up to the 40% from the 2018. This is our next to the entertainment robots, mainly toys made in Asia, some of which is fairly sophisticated or solid for 4.5 million units 2090s. They increased gradually. That's a customer robot and the entertainment also followed out the almost of the robots solid each customers robots. When it comes to continue the annual unit sale of robots, the customer's business matters a lot. But when it comes to the dollars, it is a much less importance. Those 97% of all of robots sold each year's customers robots, they are responsible for the just out of the every $7 of robotics industry renewals. 5G and artificial intelligence chips are likely to have a strong influence on consumer robots. A smarter robotics vacuum the cleaner that uses of artificial intelligence can diffuse between the clean and almost avoid the ones. Social distancing accelerates the demand for the robots. Companies larger and smaller are expanding how they use the robot to increase the social distancing and reduce the number of stops to that have to physically come to the work. Robots has also being used to perform the roles which workers cannot do from the homes. For example, Walmart, Americans' biggest retailers in the using the robot to scrub the floors. Robots in South Korea have been used to measure the temperatures and distribute the hand sanitizers. Charges and the restaurant offering the takeaway are using the more of robots. The WHO ICM was also insisting of social distancing measures that also implement in Indian governments also. Implemented robots in the Indian hospitals disinfecting the floors, sanitizing the space using the sodium hydrocolloid solutions, carrying out the temperature check, have facial directions capabilities, helping the examine the patients and other procedures, thereby reducing the exposure to the virus. Arranging a video call with the doctors in case of an emergency, with the help of collecting data from the patient to through the interactions of in hospital to the patients. Okay, now in COVID's increased demand for the robots. The demand for robots has increased due to the COVID-19 as separated by the UK based on data analytic from the global data. Companies that make cleanings and sanitizing the product have been demanded. So, do you these robots Danish manufacturing of ultraviolet light disinfection robots shipped the hundreds of its machine to hospitals in China and Europe. Challenges in robot stations. Logistics, movement and transportation, and this is a supply chain constraint based And current about relying the completed on the robots. It is possible to earn access to the potential health situation by the robots without the human interventions. Is so monitoring and tracking the data collections, all other capabilities of the robots. Humans are social beings, and it is natural for us to seek the interactions. So gathering the trust from the passion to go through the robots process during the learnings is a big challenge. As require the use the education as there is a low as a learning the curve and is to able to have a conservation through a robots. It is alarming the nowadays the challenges. Yeah, 2050 the forecast from the Bank of England that the UK the loss of 15 million jobs to occupy the robots. Yeah, yeah, 2008 it's broken the steady states of one quarter of all the US jobs had a high risk of robotizations. The World Bank 2070 the estimate that robots would pay the occupy the 16 million jobs by the 2032 whatever we survey is occupy the all the job to occupy the robots, but it's a near future, but it's changed now. COVID situations very near the futures. Out of the service roles value, persons with the need of to offer a list of guidelines. Out of the tutor, or teacher, lecturer, or professor. Robots are going to replace school teachers, tutors, fitness trainers, and financial advisors. The instructor or the advisor on the screen does not need to be a real person. It's just to think and act like one. Yeah, big tech companies are expanding to the uses of artificial intelligence. Both like Facebook and Google are relying on artificial intelligence to remove more incorporate the process. Since the companies are human contents, moderate the cannot read the sudden things from the homes. The robots yesterday had the belief the humans should have an edge in those the jobs, but that they believe the adding of the cost. Changes in the human workers, robots, and since 2019, this is the top roboting the countries. Manufacturing employments, robots are spare those manufacturing workers. First of all, the South Korea is a more Japan, Germany, Sweden, Italy, Denmark, Belgium, US, Spain. These are also rising the industrial robots operations. Will a robot take over jobs is near futures? First of all, the administration job will be first to become the automated. In next 5 years, offers the office job will be the gonna replaced with the smart machines. Losing a job to technology can mean more opportunity for your retaining the higher skilled the job, but higher risks of automation within 20 years. By 2020, humans will lose regularly 5 million jobs to the robots. An increase in the technology will eliminate all the job and introduce the new ones. The humans will beat robots in social interactions, creativity, sensitivity also. Artificial versus human intelligence. However, advanced machines and technology may become the human brain is faster with more coconut capabilities. Indian robots market landscape. India has only 3 robots per every 10,000 workers, but it's growing fast. So around 2,600 units that were installed the 4 years before 2060s. Nowadays, 3,400 total units in 2017. Nowadays, the 4,564 unit in the 2018. Now it is estimated to grow 30% of cargo from the 2019 to 2024. But the key player in India is a big brand in the robots, like an industrial robot brand, Escava, Kukas, Hyundai's, Fanuc, ABB, Kawasaki, Vietnam, and Star Automation. So these are all top branded company in the robotics company. This is account to around the 40% of the total market share in the 2018. This market players of especially focus on more welding and dispensing and material handling applications. India industrial robot market is primarily dominated by the application segment such as welding, dispatching, and material handling. It's a partnership with its acquisitions. It is a survey in June 2019. So Wipro Infrastructure Engineers partnered with Hanwha Robotics. That is called this is a company from the South Korea for developing the robots in business in India. Robot means the collaborative robot is a robot intended to interact with a human in a shared workplace physically. That's called the cobot. In July 2019, record the Martin's US-based aerospace and defense company signed the Memorandum of Understanding. There are three startups from the India: Terror Mobilities, Sasa Robotics, and Nanocotats. This startup will integrate the Martin's supply chain management and the evolution of both the Indian and the global aerospace technology also integrated. This is a top 10 brand robotics company in the India. So, George Orange, Coca, Fanuc India, Systematic Sensible Robotics Company, Sasa Robotics, Default Robotics and Automations, Paris Robotics. These are called the Asimo also. Asimo Robotics, one of the top brand in the India. Okay, popular robots in manufacturing in India. Sastra Robotics, in Kochi, it is a headquarters in Kochi. It's a building robot manipulators that can be make human actions robot. One of the Sastra product, it is automated the human machines interface. It's a testing platform that bearing the advanced touch screens, voice commands, and hand gestures, feedbacks, testing to handle the HMI means human machines interfaces. The Sastra also developed the fastest touch screens testing the robotic arm GridBots, based on this company, the Ahmedabad, the GridBot workers in the field of nuclear and space and industrial robotics. So develop the robots that can be used for the inspections and welding, the cutting, the operations in difficult to reach the space. With indirect research and manufacturing the capabilities, GridBot has deployed the robot for the almost all segments of industries and target the international markets. Another Scalensis scholar incubated the IAM Lucknow that the manufacturing waterless central the control the self-powered robotics and automatic cleaning for solar models with the Indians rising the water scarcities and channeling them manually. That traditional method of cleanings and frequently the cleanest cleaning system offer to better the solution for the solar plant and industries using the solar panels also. Next on the systematics, this startup is based upon produce the robot for traditions mentalists fatigue the hours task the human labor is suited for to performance. Robotic startup in India. India also five companies develop the manufacturing robots and robotic solutions. Some of the robotic startup in India, the Asimo Robotics already told about Difactor robots, Jaja Orange, Gridbot, told you to robots, Milgro, Mohanda Foods, Robot Alive. This is the Indian government's public and private sector industries are promoting the robotic startups. Now, recently, the 2018 is Kerala government is joined hands-on with Gen Robotics and robot startup to enlist the spider-shaped robots named Bandicoot for cleaning the sewages and molecules in the city. Future of robotics in India. Like our Asian counterpart, the Japan, India's robotics has not yet to take off, and it is limited to manufacturing sectors. However, the rapid transformations, advancement, the robotic sectors, India have come as refreshing the developments, technological landscape. India is one of the strongest growing the economical among the Asian immigrant markets. Indian industries rapidly moving towards the automation for increase the production's volume, accuracy, and safety. To build up the industrial automation for increase the product supply and the domestic manufacturing systems. That Indian industrial robotics market was evolved at already the 4,500 units in the 2018 and is estimated to grow the 30% next 5 years. For the meeting, the automations need to recently, the 2017, the Indian markets installed the 30% of industrial robots compared to the 2016. Industrial robots manufacturing are now considering as a primary destination for the product sale. The perfect among of artificial intelligence, machine learning, Internet of Things, robotics will undeniable the take on scores of job in currently available. But COVID has facilitated increase particularly in the professional service roboticity increasingly. So technology experts need, technician need, developers need. Moreover, everything is in backend in our technology side. As the Indian robot markets offering type, by application, by end users, but offering the hardware controller, drivers, sensors, human interface, built and drive types, software and service. These are of types by type. What are the types of robots? The articular robots is industrial types, cylindrical robots, linear robots, parallel robots, SCARA robots. By these applications were used weldings, the packaging, palletizing, the material handlings, assembling the machines, painting, the textiles, the painting, pallet bending, pressure die castings, etc. By end user, why to use the technology sectors, aerospace, defense, electricals, electronics, banking, insurance, financial, automobile, automotive, food beverages, governments, non-government, industry, manufacturing sectors, telecommunications, energy and utilities, healthcare, education also. Invest in India robotic startup. Okay, is now robotic startups have to promote the Indian governments. Okay, many robots company are now last 2 years many youngsters started in startup. Okay, this are this my presentations. Thank you. If you want to ask the questions, interactions about 10 minutes. I will
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Dear participants, if you have any queries, ask now. All of you. Presenter is available for you. Kindly ask any queries. Sir, in real time now, any simple technologies available in real world,
I did
in
not.
home side, in domestic purpose.
Yeah, domestic like home cleaning robot in available iRobot. Okay, it is a pure based upon home cleaning robot. It is available. You similarly do the cost effective. No problem.
Okay. Cost around how much it will be, sir?
Around I think your Indian cost available like any 15,000 to 25,000. It's better. It's like washing machine same cost your workout.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
It's a wide data like a lot of market in the Indian market size is the biggest one.
Okay,
Consumer
sir.
robots very need. Yes.
Okay, sir. Participants, any other, please ask queries about this topic. யாராவது கொரீஸ் இருந்தா கேளுங்கப்பா. யாருக்கும் எந்த கொரீஸும் இல்லையா? Ramanathan sir. Okay. So now I request to our department faculty, Mrs. P. Similar ma'am, to give vote of thanks. Ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Good morning to all. Gratitude is the best attitude. Any great occasion won't end without showing our gratitude. I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. First and foremost, I thank our principal sir for his continuous encouragement to conduct webinar to enrich our knowledge. We are very grateful to our resource person, Mr. Balaji Thiru, Assistant Professor, Bharath University, and founder of Village Tech School and Tamil Robotics Club. Despite his busy schedule, has found time to grace this occasion. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
I extend my special thanks to Mrs. Punita ma'am for his arrangement. Thank you, ma'am. I owe special thanks to the heads of various departments and faculty for their participation. Last but not least, I thank our students for their interest towards upgrading knowledge by attending webinars. Once again, I thank you all for your wonderful presence. Arise, awake, and not stop until your goal is achieved. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you, sir. Balaji Thiru, sir. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
your
Thank you.
presentation, sir. It is very wonderful. Thank you, sir. Can I
Thank you.
wind up the session, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fine, fine.
Okay,
Good.
sir. Thank you so much, sir. All of you, thank you once again.
Thank you, Professor.
Yes. Feedback.